Hi, welcome back to Motor Addicts. My name's Owen. Today, I'm going to give you something a little bit different. Well, it's different for us anyway. I'm in. Right, okay, so we're sitting in Paul's Nissan S15. It's a SR22, they're going to call it, aren't they? And I've been in this car, but I've never actually driven it. This is the first time I'm driving it. It's a sequential transmission. Who's the transmission made by?
HGT New Zealand.
Okay, and you rate that, don't you? I mean, you said that
customer service, everything.
They're shit hot, apparently.
Yeah,
so if you are building a super high performance like Nissan, do they do other stuff?
They're doing vernier bell housings, so they're going to come with them now. But yeah, no, they are.
So you can buy the transmission, you could buy a bell housing to suit whatever engine combination you got.
Yeah. Richard Fleming.
Right.
He's the man.
Get in touch with that guy, and it runs on a stock style clutch, or is it their type of clutch?
No, any twin plate clutch. You can.
As long as it
comes
matches.
with shim, so you can change your hydraulic release bearing to
Cool.
clutch.
All right, we're going to get this drivey bit out of the way, because for the first time, actually, in a long time, I feel a little bit nervous.
Hang on, turn the key off.
Right, so keys off.
Kill switch on.
Right. Wipers, yeah, that's always a good start. That actually doesn't sound too bad. It's quite sedate, isn't it?
Seductive.
Yeah. Right, I want to put the window up.
Right, you need to open the door for that.
Right, so
Clutch down.
clutch is down, and it's clutch just for first gear.
Yeah.
Don't clutch it any other time.
No.
And it's I'll be going forward once.
Back.
Right, so
That's it.
that's first, and then clutch up as normal.
Yeah.
Oh, the clutch ain't as grabby as I thought it'd be. Pull the right lever. The steering is so put like, if you touch the steering wheel, it's off, and you've got it's still MOT. It's road legal, the rest of it. To train your mind to not use the clutch. That's weird. You've got to tell yourself not to do it. You can feel in second gear, you can feel the back end moving around loads. Yeah. How fast are we going? 90. Wow. I don't feel it. Doesn't feel it at all. What would you change? If you're going to change anything, what would you change?
Put a Gen 2 on it so it smokes a bit earlier.
The same size turbo, but just like...
They've changed the compressor map on it.
Right. And I can't hear your fuel pump like I hear in every single fast car I drive. Yeah, through the body. Oh, there's probably a knack to getting in and out of that really quick. It's a race car, it's got loads of roll cage in it. Anyway, so we're going to go back to HQ and talk a little bit more about this car, about the controversial sport of drifting, but that is an experience. I've never driven a car with a sequential gearbox. I've never driven a Nissan 4-cylinder with 550 horsepower. So I want to know more about this car, and we're going to give that to you right now. I should have introduced Paul a bit earlier, but Paul races in BDC, is that right?
I'm in Pro-Am BDC.
Right, so Paul is at a competitive level where the car has to meet certain criteria, safety aspects and many other things. But also, Paul has got an SR engine in this. So it was a 2-litre engine. The SR engine came in like But a ton of cars.
Every S body ever, apart from the early days. But
yeah, so but the SR engine isn't generally the engine of choice at that level of motorsport.
No, everyone sort of swaps over to 2JZs because they're make big power, bomb-proof, a bit heavier, but they've got low down torque. Yeah. Tons of aftermarket parts for them, and everyone's swapped it out into everything that's been done.
Yeah. The Americans, particularly the Americans with the LS engine as well, they've got it nailed, don't they? You could buy a recipe for a 2J engine and to go, if you want 1,000 horsepower, you buy one of these.
But that's stock bottom end, not stock bottom end, stock block.
Yeah.
Darton sleeves in it.
Oh, sleeves, right.
Bored out to 89.5 mil. I think stock is 87 or 86.5. I couldn't tell you. It's got a full built head on it. It's still got hydraulic lifters, so I can't rev it too hard. It revs to about 7.8. Yeah. If you want to rev it any harder than that, you've got to start going down the route of solid lifters. Maybe a head swap off of a late import VVL engine, which has got variable value. It's a lot of work. If you're going to do a VVL swap, you're looking at 20 grand just for a head. Big turbo, nitrous, all that stuff to make it work. And you sort of think, is it worth it? If you're going to do all that, just put a different engine in it.
Yeah. But it's a 2.2, right?
2.2. It's just bored out. It's still got the same stroke. Yep. It's got a GTX billet 3071R on it. Money. If the wife watching. No, it's not. Cheap. On a Link ECU, MB Automotive's tuned it. Never had any problems running electronic throttle on it. It's running CAN Lambda. It's running full CAN system, CAN dash. All that stuff, so.
And it's making reliable power, like you haven't had any problems?
I've had no problems with the engine at all, not any problem with the intake turbo, none of that. I've had no problems at all. Electronic throttle, we've had a few issues getting, but I think we've got on top of that.
And what sort of power, does all this come to?
It's never been dynoed, it was tuned on the street. It's a solid 500, no pub bullshit at all. It's just 500 horsepower. It might be more, it might be a lot more, I don't know.
It feels all of that. I mean, driving it feels like
It's running 2.1 bar of boost, which drops down to 1.9, and it just.
And you haven't got to worry about it. And you can drive it on the road. The car's taxed, MOT'd, and you can drive it on the road, have fun in it, and still compete in it at the weekend. So. So we're looking forward. I mean, we'll put some links below. There's a couple of videos we're going to put in, and we'll put a link below to the BDC and to some of the stuff that Paul's doing. But it was really different for me today to drive a car that's been professionally designed for that aspect of motorsport, and I was surprised to find how. Once you've got the hang of it, how sort of roadworthy it can be, how naturally you can sort of respond to it. Like you and I met at an event in Rockingham last year, where they were hosting an 8th mile drag racing day, which we attended, but also a drift event, which was Rockingham. Such a shame that it's not being able to be used anymore, because it was able to house both events, and we weren't crossing paths with each other. We went under each other's feet. The pits were all used and everything, and that was something that's going to be greatly missed. But
was that the drag racing event that I beat a drag car and a drift car?
Yeah, that's we could put some footage up of that actually. So I was lucky enough for Paul to let me drive his Pride and Joy, which he spent a lot of time and money and investment in everything getting this car to where it is. If you want to go and get into drifting or watch it, go and watch a BDC round. Paul, is there anyone you want to shout out to? Anyone?
Just everyone that's helped doing the car, everyone who's put the time, effort and gone out their way to help, which you all know who you are.
Yeah. And so that's it. Next time you see us, we've got loads more content coming in for you. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the videos. The more people we get watching, the more stuff we can do and the more cars we can bring you. I've got so much exciting stuff lined up. So come back again later. Bye.